In recent years, the voice of reunification of Taiwan is raging. And China has also conducted two military exercises around Taiwan. But the People's Liberation Army remains on hold. It seems that the issue of military reunification has not yet been put on the agenda, and the Taiwan issue has been shelved for 7 days. It's been 10 years. Should we continue to procrastinate? There are some ulterior motives for this. Some people began to satirize China on the internet because they are afraid of the US military, and they still refuse to rule Taiwan by force. But this is by no means the case. There are 2 real key points. First of all, it can be clearly stated that it is never the Taiwan authorities' business to hinder the mainland's military reunification of Taiwan. After this point is ruled out, some people suddenly stand up and say that the reason why the People's Liberation Army has been standing still is because they are afraid of the United States, which the Taiwan authorities are forced to support. I have to admit that this 1.1 is indeed what we have to consider. After 2008, Lau Mei discovered that China was completely out of his life. He could no longer use sanctions to restrict China's development. No matter in terms of industry or various advanced technologies, Lau Mei could not suppress China. And even have been China, I overtook it, but in Beidao, on the Taiwan issue, Lau Mei did not give us less food. First, Pelosi fled to Taiwan. And then old American fighter planes and warships frequently appeared in the Taiwan Strait, trying to test China's bottom line, and our country will not be used to them holding air exercises around Taiwan. And they will kill their ulterior plans every time while shaking their heads. No matter in the past or now, our military rule of Taiwan is not a delicacy. During the Jinmen artillery battle in the 1950s, the People's Liberation Army bombarded the Kuomintang warships and scared away the American warships escorting them. This move undoubtedly shocked the world. Over the past few decades, the military strength of the 2 sides of the strait has become even more disparate. Today, we have about 200 regular troops, while the Taiwan authorities have less than 200,000 active troops. In terms of weapons and equipment, we have already reversed the situation, which has also made netizens all over the world more concerned. Why does China have the power to force all real estate? Our country did not give any answer to these rumors, which gave some experts who wanted to become popular the opportunity to start false smears. And some nonsense experts claimed that China was unable to implement actions because it was afraid of the United States. This is not pure nonsense. The Taiwan issue is China's internal issue and a scar in China's history that needs to be healed by ourselves. However, due to the intervention of certain countries, this has become a bellwether of the international order. Some countries in the US camp are afraid of China's complete negation. It is precisely because of this that the United States is doing everything possible to hinder the pace of China's reunification. For example, the Taiwan authorities, which have sold arms to Taiwan many times, especially since Aunt Kai came to power, have frequently shamed the United States. The 2 have colluded and become more and more sensitive. Anyone with a discerning eye can see that the United States is on the Taiwan Strait issue. It has always been hypocrisy, not to mention the threat of nuclear weapons on both sides, but the self-consciousness of the fear of American independence. In fact, they will not worry too much about the Taiwan issue. The Taiwan authorities are only the United States' lever to contain China. And in the final analysis, they cannot affect the United States' national security psychology. The reason why we did not resolutely close Taiwan by force is because Taiwan and the mainland are in the same line and belong to our own family. China's own thugs will eventually be injured. It is not the United States that is the second in diplomacy, or because a war will destroy Taiwan's economy and also drag down the mainland's economy. Develop. So Wutong is only our last choice. How can the goal of nearly 100 years have been put on hold? It's just that the time has not yet come. In the future, we hope that our mainland people can take the high-speed rail to Taiwan and experience the scenery of Taiwan, no matter when. We must adhere to the principle of only one China. May the motherland prosperity. This is the end of today's video. See you next time.